Welcome to the Action Sturge. Today we'll be playing some Monster of the Week in our campaign called Supernormal, and I was just gonna jump right into it. Let's go around. I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourselves and your characters, and I think maybe one of the relationships that you have with another character or another NPC. We'll go ahead and start with Maddie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maddie. I will be playing Jaden Loomis. Ooh, hooray. I can't say it like Eddie can, but he goes by Jay, and he's the mundane. He's a man with an alluring face, and he wears normal clothes. One relationship that I have with somebody is with Seth. He is my older brother, and I want to prove to him that I can take care of myself.
Very nice, Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian, aka the Plaster Dragon, and I will be playing Obi, the spooky child. I'm 8 years old, dark hair, finely tailored suits, and big puppy dog eyes that don't blink. Ever. I was found in a field by Baxter, and he has been teaching me to control my powers to the extent that they can be controlled. And I carry a gun, like all good 8-year-olds.
Spooky Eddie.
Hi, I'm Eddie, and I'm playing Seth Outre. He's the Dean archetype, for those of you who watch Supernatural. The big brother of Jay. There's always out to protect him, even though it's a bit, very much rough love, like tough love. Yeah, he's here to kick monster ass and drink the nights away.
Excellent. And Terry.
I am Terry, and I am playing Baxter, the expert. Your typical rough and tumble has seen some dark things in the past and is looking to make some of them right. And I am actually Jay and Seth's uncle.
All right, and excellent. So this is, I think this is all of our first time playing, like actually playing. Okay, so it's gonna make me feel a little bit better while I stumble along here. So let's start the mystery. Now there's as we start the mysteries, there are start of mystery moves. Some of you might have one, and if you do, you can tell me what it is and then perform it.
I have spooky premonitions. So I'm gonna roll my premonition now.
Okay.
I think. I don't think that worked. There. Oh,
Ooh.
starting with a 12.
Starting with a 12.
So on a 12, on a 10 plus, I get a detailed vision of something bad that has yet to happen. I take 1+1 forward to prevent it coming true in mark experience if I stop it.
I'm sorry, what was the... Oh, I probably just look at your character sheet. What was the front of that? The front end of that?
The front of that is I get a detailed vision of something bad that is going to happen. And basically my mission is to stop it.
Okay.
If you want to go through other start moves, if there are any, while you think about that.
Are there any other start moves?
I do not have a start move.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right. So okay. So you're gonna have a premonition. You're gonna see a town, or like a town sign, like uh, All right, you're going to see you're going to see like a weathered town like sign. Sorry, the dog's just like flipped out. We have a bunch of decorations hanging up outside, and like every time the wind blows slightly, they like sort of knock against the house, and the dogs lose their minds. So yeah, so you're gonna see this like weathered, like welcome to Frond Pond. It's this and population like 2,444 or something like that. So like real small town, and so you're gonna get a flash of that. You're going to get a flash of sort of an older. She doesn't look wealthy to you, but she looks like she carries herself very well. She looks like puts on the appearance of wealth, maybe some jewelry. She's kind of older, probably like in her maybe even in her 60s, like late 60s, and she's standing in a room alone. This shack. Really, she looks completely out of place, but she's standing there alone, and there's this. You can hear this thumping sound that seems to be coming from the direction that she's staring. And she's like clutching her pearls, and she's crying, and she's just shaking her head, and then all of a sudden you hear this crash, and this like moonlight pours into this like single room shack, and she trembles and almost collapses with fear as the silhouette of a man sort of fills the doorway and blocks the moonlight, and begins to charge towards her.
Okay. Wherever we are right now, we're probably in the RV, right?
Always. The silver bullet.
We're in the silver bullet, and Obi just falls to the ground, clutching his head. It's happening again.
What's going on?
I
What do
see
you
it.
see?
A town, a Frond Pond, a woman. She's in trouble. She's in some kind of shack. Someone's gonna hurt her. We have to get there. And then Obi lets go of his head and just kneels on the ground, panting.
Oh yeah, I'll like instinctively, because I'm assuming I'm not driving, so I'm probably giving. I'm over by Obi, like kneeled down by him, giving him like a comforting, like firm little comforting hug. It's okay, Obi. We'll figure it out.
Gotta save her, Jay. We gotta save her. It's gonna hurt her.
We'll figure it out, right? Right, Seth? Good talk, Seth.
Seth doesn't care.
Are we having technical issues?
Eddie, can you hear? Nope. Waiting for the customers who only come at night. Oh.
So that's your start of mystery move, and then we move on to the teaser. So like we can maybe skip forward. Who's the person who's like handy with the computer?
Probably going to be me.
I was gonna say Uncle Baxter.
All right, so you've been researching Frond Pond, and there's just to see if there's like any buzz out there, and sure enough, there have been a couple murders in Frond Pond. The articles that you're finding are very vague in their descriptions of like what happened, and they don't even name who was killed. but after some digging, you're going to find some shaky police body cam footage that is said to come out of Frond Pond, having been leaked.
Ooh.
And what do we see on the shaky body cam footage?
So this is So you're going to see a police officer, from the perspective of the police officer, and you can see their like lights flashing. You see that they're at the edge of the wood, and the officer is in a shaky voice commanding whoever it is to come out of the woods with their hands up, and at first we don't see anything, just darkness, and his flashlight is sort of like hitting the trees, and you can really not make it out in any shapes. But then the flashlight sort of lands on this masked individual with a gray mask with like red lines that like streak up like veins through the top. The head of the mask is like ends in like a dark orange plume of hair, and its eyes are kind of pulled down, like saggy, and the actual eyeballs behind the mask, you can see, are just solid white, and it only hits it for a second, and the officer doesn't seem to see the mask and the masked individual, and but then he jerks back all of a sudden, and he says, "Wait, what was that? What was that?" And of course, the mask is gone. The next thing that the officer hears, or that we hear on the body cam footage, is the sound of someone moving very quickly towards the officer, and then we see blood spray in front of the camera, and the officer twists and falls to the ground. And we see the silhouette of this masked individual sort of looking down, and then he straightens his posture back up, and he lumbers off again.
Does the silhouette remind me of my vision?
The silhouette looks similar. Yes.
That's him.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time to start heading to Frond Pond.
And of course, within however much time it takes to get there, we're there. As the Silver Bullet cruises into town. You guys have some other vehicles, right?
Yeah, we got
Like a
couple.
Like a little convoy. So you guys are pulling into town. There's a small motel that will allow you to park the Silver Bullet there if you wish, unless you have something else, some other idea.
Here's not for good. Here is good for now.
Master Yoda.
No, for good is here.
And what's the standard operation here when you guys come in to investigate a mystery?
Standard operation.
I mean, do we have the whole, like, do you imagine us with, like, the FBI suits sort of thing and the fake FBI cards? Like,
It depends. If that's what you want to do, then absolutely.
I was more asking the group than anything.
Sorry.
I feel like that's very much kind of all right. We're very much like a supernatural MO.
Yeah, so I wouldn't find that completely. That's what I envisioned. I wouldn't really imagine getting much other information if we tried doing something else. But if you guys have ideas,
Well, I would probably see myself as more the investigate the scene kind of guy. as opposed to the talk to the cops kind of guy.
Well, that might be I might be the FBI guy with Seth then. We'll do the notorious Sam and Dean FBI. We'll get the intel, and you guys probably go together and like see the scene.
Yeah, you guys.
Obi, no, go ahead.
You guys hit the witnesses, and me and possibly Obi go for physical evidence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Obi.
I feel like Obi is supposed to stick with Baxter, and every once in a while just slips off when he's not supposed to, while Baxter is really engrossed in something.
Well, and I don't know how convincing an 8-year-old FBI agent is.
Well, I do wear the hell out of the suit, though.
Yeah, your suit rocking, but your language to people. Tell me what I want to know.
As he opens his coat and shows his piece.
Yeah.
And the big unblinking doe eyes. I mean,
Excellent. So, okay. So who's going to talk to the police? Okay. Oh, the bros. Okay, and
Brothers.
then Baxter and Obi are going to go look at the crime scene, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Or multiple if we can find them.
Okay. All right. So. All right, so let's pick up on the crime scene first with Baxter and Obi. You see that there's this very wealthy, like very big, like 3-story house. It's almost a manor, really. But there's yellow police tape around the premises. There's yellow police tape around the doorway of the house, which is wide open. It looks like there has been some effort to repair the door from where you're standing, but it looks like it's still just kind of swinging wide open. What do you do?
Does it look like anybody's home?
It does not look like anybody's home. The house is dark, and the streets are quiet.
And I'm double checking over my shoulder and slipping on in.
Okay, Obi. Oh, can't hear you, Obi.
right behind him.
Okay, so so as you head into the house, would you like to investigate the mystery?
I would.
All right, go ahead and roll sharp.
Alrighty, so that is 1 hold.
Yep, 1 hold, and 1 hold can be spent to ask the keeper one of the following questions. Okay. So as you go in, you're going to duck under the police tape that's over the door, and as you come in, you can see that the main entrance hall here is an absolute wreck. There was like some wooden furniture and like a coat rack that was here, and like they're both knocked over. A potted plant lies. The pot lies broken on the ground, and dirt is all up and down the hallway. You can make out heavy boot prints in the dirt, and that lead further back into the house. Pictures are hanging crookedly on the walls. Some of them have fallen, and it looks like there's a large hole in the drywall further down the hallway. Now the hallway does open up on both sides into other rooms, but these muddy footprints from the broken flower pot continue to go deeper into the house.
The footprints.
Okay. The footprints terminate in the kitchen, and as you follow the footprints in there, you can see that there is a a large pool of dried blood coagulating on the floor, and it's here where the mud is sort of the footprints are sort of mixed with mud and blood, and they continue straight through the house and out the back door. The sliding glass doors that lead to the backyard.
Okay. Does it look like the door was opened or like went through the glass door?
It looks like it went through the glass door.
Hmm.
Do we know from the police report when this happened, roughly, this one?
From what you've been able to deduce, from what you've been able to figure out from because the reporting's been very limited, but what you've been able to figure out so far, or find out so far, is that this was actually the site of the first murder. A second murder happened, but it actually happened in a nearby park, and that was the one that involved the officer.
No, we have a timestamp on the body cam footage, so that might be a good one to look at too.
Yeah.
Should we try to track it from here to the park?
That seems like a good idea.
Now you would know that there were two separate nights. The murders happened on two separate nights.
Okay. But still, I think tracking it would be, or try to, would be of use. Trying to think if there's a question that would be helpful here. But it doesn't really look like it at the moment.
I mean, where did it go if we want to try tracking?
Yeah, we could do that.
Is that the question that you're using the hold for?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try to track it and track its movement, so use where did it go.
Okay. So you're gonna follow the footprints out to the backyard. You can see clear indentations in the grass as it leads out to the backyard, and then you can find another spot in the grass where the grass has been stained with blood as well. It's rusty red by now, and some of it has faded away, but you can tell from the impression in the grass and the rusty red color left behind that this is probably where the body of the victim came to rest. And strangely enough, the footprints also disappear here.
Okay. So it looked as though it appeared, walked through a house, slaughtered a couple people, or one person, and then just disappeared.
That's what you're looking at.
Okay.
All right, let's move over to Jaden and Seth, or Jay and Seth. Now you guys are going to talk to the police.
Yep. Nice slicked back hair, nice suits, fake badges ready.
All right, what's your fake FBI names?
You want me to do it? I thought you wanted to do it.
What? I thought. What did you say?
So you guys enter the small police station. The person, there's a officer working the front desk. He's quite young. His chestnut hair, brown eyes. He looks up at you looks up at you kind of timidly as you walk in, and he says, "Excuse me, can I help you?"
Yes, Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, FBI. Flash the badges.
And his eyes get wide, and he says, you want to talk to the chief then?"
We would like to, yes.
And he disappears into the back, and soon he comes out with an older man, probably in his late 50s. He's got kind eyes and and sort of this perpetual frown, and he looks you guys up and down. He says, "A little young for the FBI, aren't you?"
Better to start early than later. Haha.
He's new, yeah. A little bit young, yes, but don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
We're here to investigate a certain murder. Bit of a strange incident. And I'm assuming we have the police camera footage on our phones or something.
Okay.
Nice, just show him the masked individual. It's a crazy serial killer. I've been tracking him for years.
How'd you get that footage?
That's none of your concern.
And he says, well, to be honest, we could use a little help. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's what we're here to find out. We're gonna need your help.
And he says, well, we'll help you out as best as we can, but to be honest, we're a little out of our depth here. I mean, the worst crime we've had until now is, been, like moonshine running. So,
What can you tell us then?
and he pulls you back into his office, and he says, well, we got no motive, we got no suspects, we got no, we got nothing really. We got footprints that seem to disappear into nowhere. We got a masked individual who seems to be damn near a ghost.
Are there any witnesses?
Yeah. Mrs. Calder, Jack Calder's wife. Jack was the individual who died. It's a real shame too.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, he was pretty much the only doctor we had in town.
Doctor. Do you have an address?
Yeah, he'll give you an address. He says he was the first victim. His brother Melvin Calder, he died the next night.
What was his occupation?
He says, well, Melvin was no doctor. He worked down at the plant.
And other victims?
Not so far as I know. He says, well, never mind.
No. Do go on. Anything you might provide to us is useful.
He says, he kind of looks a little sheepish. Would you like to maybe manipulate him into telling you?
Sure. Let me see here.
Don't let me do it. I don't want to threaten the man.
That's why she's manipulating.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Subtle, you won't even know it's happening.
Oh yeah, I don't have the fancy roll add-on on this. You'll have to type in.
Oh no, there it is.
Okay, good.
Got an 8. So they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
Hmm.
And I mean, this could be this could possibly be the moment where you maybe confide in him that you've seen some weird stuff before.
Oh yeah, were you waiting for me to like?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll play. Sorry, I did not get that. I thought you were just like trying to figure out what to say. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Yeah. So I'll kind of I'll lean in a bit and I'll be like, working for the FBI for many years. This isn't our first rodeo. We've seen strange things that happen, and this seems to be one of them. If there's something you know that doesn't seem right about this at all, it's safe with us.
Well, after Jack died, was murdered, Melvin made it no secret around town that he was going to start carrying his gun around with him. When we found the body, he damn near emptied a whole clip into whatever was chasing him.
It couldn't have been just a terrible shot.
If you can find the bullets, be my guest. We looked. But everybody knows he was a good shot.
One more question, Mr. Chief of Police. Did we get his name?
Oh, Saunders.
Saunders. Okay. Saunders. Was there another witness to when Melvin was killed?
He says, "Yep." Unfortunately, he was the officer on that video you saw.
Okay.
Understood. We're sorry for your losses, but we'll do everything in our power to prevent any more.
Is there any way we can see the bodies?
And he says, "Well, you want to head down to the morgue. It's late, but Daphne should be there."
All right. Thank you for your time.
And he nods and he says, "I guess just let me know if you need me to do anything. I'd like to help out in any way I can."
Absolutely.
We'll let you know as soon as we know something more. Thank you.
And he nods, and then as you guys are leaving, this lady's as you go out the front, this lady is standing there, and she's talking to the gentleman out front, and she's sort of an older lady, probably like in her late 60s. She's got like big kind of flashy jewelry on, and she's dressed in like a pink blouse and like pencil skirt, and she's got her hair done up like real nice, and she's talking quietly with the officer out front.
What did the chief of police say their last name was again?
Calder.
Calder. I think the songs are up there, right?
Yeah. As we're like, as we walk by, can we hear like what she might be muttering or whispering?
Well, they both stop talking immediately as you guys come out, and they just kind of look at you for a moment, and then the lady says, "Anyway, Jasper, just let your mother know for me, okay?" And she turns to you and she says, "And who might you be?"
Agent Steven Tyler and Agent Joe Perry. How are you doing today?
Agents from the Bureau
And the FBI itself.
in our small little town. Whatever for?
I'll look to Seth.
Well, we're here to investigate some of the strange incidents that have been happening the last couple of days.
She says, "Oh, the murders.
That is correct, ma'am.
Well," she says, "worse things happen to worse people, if you ask me."
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's no secret around town. Jack and his brother Melvin were not good people.
Can you explain?
Yeah,
Well, no-
I remember Jack being a doctor.
And she sort of like lifts her nose at this, and she says, "A doctor to some, maybe, but to those who really need it." And
I don't believe we got your name, ma'am.
she extends a hand and she says, "The name's Honey Belfont."
Honey Belfont. Pleasure meeting you. Is there a cafe nearby we can sit and talk? Maybe have a cup of coffee?
"I'm afraid not. I must be home."
Well, if you have time or anything else comes up, I'll give her a little card. Please don't hesitate to call.
She'll take it. She'll look at it and kind of grimace, and she'll tuck it into her little handbag that she's carrying, and she'll make her way out.
Huh. What was that about? I'll look over at
No,
Seth.
No idea. Probably one of them neglect their advances or something.
They might be your type. The sugar mama you've always wanted. You see that jewelry on her?
More like one time and get the fuck away from their situation. But yeah.
Now back to Obi and Baxter. You guys investigated the crime scene. What's your next move?
Before we leave, Obi takes a handkerchief out of his pocket and just dips it in the blood that hasn't fully coagulated yet in the house, and then just kind of folds it up and puts it back in his pocket.
Okay.
Probably heading to the second.
Oh, actually, as you are dabbing that blood, you hear a door shut from upstairs.
Ooh. I look
Shall
over
we?
at that. He heard it. I draw my knife.
Easy.
I hold it by my side, but I don't put it away.
And I will return to the house.
Okay.
I guess we sneak upstairs quietly, or attempt to.
Yes.
So as you're sneaking your way up the stairs, you can hear something like it maybe sounds like rummaging, like someone is rummaging through some stuff, like pulling out dresser drawers and maybe you can just hear like movement of furniture and things as you're heading up. When you get to the top of the stairs, you can see that there is now a light on in one of the rooms.
All right. I'm going to approach cautiously. Let me see. I don't know if this is necessarily a read bad situation or not. Yeah, I'm just going to listen for a minute. And
This could be a read a bad situation.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah, looking over the things.
Yeah, I mean this has the potential because
Yeah, I think so.
can I help out while he reads the bad situation?
Yeah, there is a help move, isn't there?
Yeah, it's called help out.
Oh, right there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so you roll cool.
Oh,
You're so
on a 10
cool.
plus, I give you a +1.
So you guys are you guys like giving like little hand signals, like silent gestures to one another?
yeah.
He's taught me well.
They're the masters at charades.
And okay, so read a bad situation. Sharp. 13.
Whoa.
Didn't need my help.
All right. You get a hold 1, and you can spend to ask one of the following questions.
Oh, on a 12 plus,
No, he
you
gets
may
3.
ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones.
Oh,
You have to
Ooh.
buy the advanced move to do that.
Oh, okay. That's why it says
but
advanced.
he got more than 10. He gets a hold 3.
Oh, we got hold 3. There
Yeah,
you go.
hold 3.
All right, I'm going to start with what's my best way in.
Well, there's only one way in to the room at the end of the hallway. So there's only one way in, one way out.
I guess that's my best way in. Probably going to have to hold the "Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?" until I open the door.
Okay. Oh, the door is slightly open. It's ajar.
Okay, well, I'm going to peek in and see if there's any dangers I haven't noticed.
When you approach the door, the rummaging stops suddenly. And if you peek in, you don't see anything.
Can I try and use magic to see invisible things?
Okay. Yes.
And you tell me like if there's anything extra I need to do, or if that would be like a normal spell for me. And then I roll weird.
That would be like do one thing that is beyond human limitations, right?
I would think. But you can make it more complicated. I got a 10, meaning it works without issue.
Okay. And you just want to see invisible things?
I want to see I want to be able to see the unseen in the room, like a third eye kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. As you peek into the doorway here, you're what does it look like when you look beyond the veil? Like, what do you?
Eyes,
Yeah.
When I look beyond the veil, my unblinking eyes go black, and it's like I'm not really there. I just kind of go blank. The eyes go black, and I'm just like seeing a different spectrum.
Okay, and as your eyes go black and you start scanning the room, you see no spirits in this room. Nothing beyond the veil. However, Baxter, the danger that you didn't notice, you see, and you see it as it's happening. A baseball bat flying around the corner, going straight towards Obi's head.
So that is a protect someone.
Okay.
Yep, I'm either gonna put myself between Obi in the bat.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, no, you're not. XP. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, don't forget to mark your XP.
First XP of the game.
Yay!
All right, so let's inflict harm. This is going to be 2 harm. It's going to bang you're gonna stop the blow from hitting Obi, but it's going to bang your arm up pretty bad.
But just to be clear, I failed. So I didn't stop him from getting hurt.
Well,
So I would imagine I would take the 2 harm. I mean, unless you don't want me to.
Well, on the 7+ is when I would take it.
sorry, just reading over the rule.
Yeah.
Yep, no worries.
Okay, yeah. Well, typically, so when you fail, I just get to make a move, and let's see.
Okay.
So and one of my moves is inflict harm. So I'll just do that. You'll just take the harm anyway, and a soft move for you. And because I just feel like it fits. So you'll take harm. You'll take 2 harm as it hits you. You'll stop it from hitting him, and you will as the and so it hits your arm, and then you'll hear as now you see what's going on. The person holding the bat, ready to strike again, is a young woman, probably about 19. She has jet black hair, pulled up in a ponytail, and she's wearing some like comfortable clothes, like some sweatpants and a t-shirt, and her eyes are wide with fear. And what do you do?
I'm going to totally help the situation by giving her unblinking puppy dog eyes. That won't freak her out at all.
Phew.
But I will very slowly and casually put away the knife.
She's going to eyeball the knife, eyeball the kid, eyeball you, and she says, "Get the hell out of my house!"
Sorry, miss. Didn't realize this was your house. Good arm you got there, but we're actually investigating the murders that happened here.
She still has the bat up and ready to strike. She says, she kind of like looks at both of you. She says, "You're investigators."
We have to
Private
save the
investigator.
lady.
Both at the same time said something. It's just so perfect. You can't time that any better. It's just like, what?
She says, "You investigated your way in here.
That wasn't hard. The door was open.
You can investigate your way right back out."
We have to
That's
save
what you're
the
looking for in
lady.
such a hurry?
And she sort of backs down a little bit, and she says, "What's it to you? It's my house, my things."
Then you would have known where it was, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That bat won't protect you.
And and just as you say that, Baxter, and Obi, you're gonna hear another crash from downstairs.
Oh, son of a bitch.
She gives a little like huh, and a little titter, a little scream, and she says, "What the hell was that? Is that another one of your friends?"
I'll tilt my head sideways and say, "Do they live here too?"
They're here.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. Okay, I'm heading downstairs.
Okay. As you head.
I'll say, "I know. Stay with the girl." And I'll just look back at her.
And she pushes past you, Obi, and she says, "I think I'd rather go with him." But she changes her mind very quickly. Baxter, as you're heading down the stairs, you can see that someone is lumbering up the stairs. Someone in a full like a full what do they call it? Like a mechanic's like suit, like
the Michael Myers like jumpsuit thing, right?
Exactly. And masked face with big plume of dark orange hair coming out the top, lumbering up the stairs. In his hand is a large kitchen knife, and he gazes at you with dull interest as he makes his way up the stairs. What do you do?
Back in the room! Back in the room!
The girl screams and runs back in the room, possibly knocking Obi over as she does.
As everyone's running in, I'm gonna call out to it just to see if it responds to me and say, "Are you from the same place I am?" Just see how it see if it communicates with me at all.
It shuffles forwards or lumbers forwards, unhesitating. Doesn't seem to be taking in a single word you're saying. It raises its knife though, and charges forward. What do you do?
I want to try to use magic again.
Okay.
Bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. Do I need to know the type of creature, or can I just be like, I want to keep that out?
Well, it does say specific person, so
It says or a type of creature. So, yeah, oh yeah, too. That guy.
Yeah. I will let you. Maybe like shut the door and then place a like a protective ward on the door, perhaps.
Okay. And I will help out.
Okay. Go ahead and get weird.
Oh, all right. That's a help, right? I get +1 from that.
That is correct.
Yep. But I also expose myself to danger.
Oh, that +1 makes my magic a 12. Oh, I don't have the advanced move yet, though. So it's just the magic works without issue. So the door is, I'm just standing. This is like this small child, his hands above his head. He's just concentrating. I think whenever he does magic, his eyes just go black and he's just.
So you've warded the door. It does not. You hear a loud like thump against the door. Thump, 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 and the door, which should have just broken open, does not budge. And let's see, Baxter, you're maybe you have your back up against the door to also barricade it. And let's put you in some danger because that was one the thing, right? Yeah. So the danger. The danger will be that he begins stabbing through the door.
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm going to guess this is an act under pressure.
Okay.
To try and maintain the hold on the door without getting myself stabbed.
Okay.
Son of a...
Oh no.
Mark XP.
I'm not the fighter. I shouldn't be here.
He's going to be second level before anybody gets another XP.
Baxter's going to be level 5 by the second meeting.
All right, I'm going to use a monster move. It's going to stab you. Believe it or not.
My arm, my back, help.
Yeah, it's going to stab. It's going to cause 2 harm as it stabs you.
Is it the same arm that took the baseball bat?
Of course it is. And as you go stumbling back away from the door, the thumping stops. Seth and Jay, you've been given an address to the Calder house. You've also been told where Helen, Jack Calder's wife and witness to the crime, is staying. Where do you guys go?
Well, since we would know that the boys are at the house doing the physical stuff, I would think. What do you think we would be doing?
Well, we would either be going to the morgue to check the bodies, or
Oh,
we would go
yeah.
to the wife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys were checking the morgue,
Yeah,
right?
so we need to go to the morgue and then probably Helen and then meet up with the guys, is what I would
Yeah.
assume.
Okay, so we'll break away from that action, and we come in onto the peaceful serenity of the morgue, and and as you go in, the place has the front office has a very small, confined sort of feel. There's no one sitting behind the counter.
I knock on the counter, like, anyone?
Yep, you'll hear just a second.
I immediately look at Seth like, yeah, so as we're waiting, I'm gonna just kind of take in the surrounding, anything super normal about this location. Or anything off, I guess. Oh, I have a move. Hold on.
Okay.
It's called Oops. It's a mundane move. If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Yeah, you'll stumble across a picture, a framed photo on the desk here. In it is it's a picture of a young blonde bombshell lady, and she's in the picture, and she's got her arm around an older woman with like silver hair, big jewelry, and a very nice sort of very proper sort of dress. You recognize the older lady as the woman that you just ran into at the police station, Honey Belfont.
Huh. Get a load of this, and I'll nod over to the desk.
I check it out and immediately try and snatch it out of his hand and, try a closer look.
Oh, God. I roll my eyes. Dude, seriously.
What?
Oh, do you know my mother?
Oh! Yeah, I turn around. Hey!
Yes, the blonde woman is standing behind the desk now, and she's giving Seth an amused smile, and she says, "I'll take that.
Absolutely.
What can I help you with?"
I look to Jay.
No, words, dude. Okay, and this is I'm Agent Steven Tyler, and this is Agent Joe Perry. Actually, other way around. This is Agent Joe Perry. That's Agent Steven Tyler.
Now look who's nervous.
JS. No, I did. That's That was out of character. I messed up. Start over. I'm Agent Joe Perry. This is Agent Steve Tyler. We're here investigating the recent murders that happened in town.
And she says, she immediately looks down at the desk and just seems absolutely crestfallen. And she says, it's a terrible thing, isn't it?
Unfortunately, crazy world we're living in these days.
And she says, I haven't finished the autopsy on the second victim. I was just about to start it.
If you don't mind, we can follow you back there.
And she says, "Be my guest." And she'll take you back. She'll get you guys some gloves and like some little hair caps. And she pulls you back there, and she says, "It really is such a shame. Not that my family." Not that my family has had the greatest relationship with the Calders in the past, but to be murdered this way, just brutal.
Yeah, we met your mom at the police station. She didn't seem too fond of Jack nor Melvin.
She says, "My mother."
Sorry, was it not her mom?
No, it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Honey Belfont?
She says, "What was she doing at the police station? She's usually in bed by this hour."
Seemed like she was talking to the man at the front desk.
Jasper. Huh.
No, that's correct. Yeah, young looking guy. Yeah.
And she just kind of shakes it off as strange, and she says, I hope you weren't planning on eating anytime soon. She pulls the sheet off of she pulls the sheet down, and she shows you Melvin. Melvin is, it looks as though, like, his body has been reassembled, but it looks as though it was ripped in half. She says, what could do this?
Would you believe me if this is not the worst thing I've ever seen?
She says, well, I'm sure in your line of work you've seen it all.
Oh God, and I'm picking up on the subtle flirting, and my eyes can't roll any farther into the back of my head.
Well, not everything, but you know.
She says, well, how long are you in town? Maybe I can show you something you haven't seen yet.
Well, only a couple of days, but
Miss Belfont.
cock block.
What can you tell us about the first autopsy, and I guess we can figure out what's happening in the second.
She says, well, she says the murders themselves weren't that exceptional, I suppose. It's the brutal manner in which they were carried out. Jack was stabbed over 120 times.
God.
Anywhere in particular, just the chest area, the arms, legs.
She says, whatever killed him turned him into a human pincushion. Mostly in the chest area, but some in the neck and the head.
Any missing organs or bones?
No missing organs, no missing bones. She says,
unnecessarily brutal.
She says, if Melvin had come in first, I would have thought it was a wild animal or something, but I just don't know what kind of person could do something like this.
Can I ask you something personal? Miss Daphne, I believe?
Yep. Daphne Belfont.
Could you tell me why your family harbors such disdain for the Calder family? Can I manipulate someone?
Yep.
It would be very useful to our investigation. A 9. So they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. I'm going to tell her
She'll actually ask you
Okay.
for something.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Your brother's phone number.
I was thinking it.
Can I have a date with him uninterrupted?
Well, she
If I
says,
answer you, could you go away?
Literally. That would be perfect though. I could like step out and give you guys a call.
well, she says, well, since we're getting personal and everything, she says, she turns to Seth. She says, do you ever go anywhere without your chaperone?
I mean, it's touching my hip all the time.
I look extremely disgruntled and annoyed.
She says, I can maybe tell you about it over coffee.
Coffee sounds good. Drinks sound better.
Drinks sound real good. Just let me finish up here and I'll meet you at the bar. I'll tell you anything you want to know. She winks at Seth.
Cop it out.
Yeah. So, is she gonna like get like a conveniently timed like call so we can further investigate the bodies by ourselves, or?
Yeah, she realizes that in her she's forgotten her implements, and so she's going to go into the back and grab her implements.
Dude, seriously, we're on a
What?
job.
Yeah, and your words weren't cutting it. My looks did.
Is that helping us at all now? Now we have to wait till you go out and get plastered and not remember a damn thing she says.
I'll keep a recording.
Ugh, whatever. So then I'll like wave my hand at you, and I'll approach the bodies, and I want to see, is there something with like, for an untrained eye like her, like a normal person, which I mean, I guess I'm the mundane too, but we've been kind of training to like pick up on things. Is there anything like, would there be a role for one of us to discern if there's anything extra weird, like how they check for like vampires sometimes, like check their like gums and stuff, like.
Let's do this. Let's investigate a mystery.
Okay, what is that? Sharp. My sharp is +1. What's your sharp?
+1.
All right. I've been rolling a lot. Let me give it to you.
Who's helping?
Okay,
Oh,
you
I
could
can help.
them.
Oh,
You're the
wait.
mundane. You're the best at helping.
Yeah, hold on. Help out. To help out is cool. What's your cool?
My cool is +1.
Okay, me too. So I'll help out, and you can just be sharp.
We're so similar.
We're so
It's
similar.
crazy.
Hi.
Isn't there some mundane special with help out though? Isn't that like one of your powers?
Oh, that's
Isn't that-
right. Oh my. No, never mind. It's when fighting a monster. If you help someone, don't
No.
roll plus cool. You automatically help as though you roll a 10.
Gotcha.
Womp womp womp. Okay.
I remembered. I just didn't remember right.
Yeah, it's when we're fighting a monster, which, this is a beast of its own, but alright. I'm willing to help out. A 9, so that gets you +1, but I expose myself to trouble or danger.
Okay.
Uh-oh. And escape mystery. Ooh.
An 8, so that's at least a hold 1, right?
Yep.
I believe so. Yep.
So you guys are investigating the body here, and it really does just look like somebody just picked this guy up by his shoulders and just tore him in half. As you're looking over the body, I mean, that's probably the biggest thing that you see. But what question did you have specifically?
Ooh. I mean, from the ones I'm reading here, like what sort of creature is it? Like, I think that fits the bill.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's... Let me look too, real quick. What can...
Something like, where did it go? Well, could have been anywhere, really.
Yeah, I feel like what sort of creature is it is probably the best. That, or like what can it do?
Yeah, I don't want those to know like what happened here. Yeah, this guy got stabbed 120 times. Weird.
Jesus.
Okay. So the idea that's probably hanging on both of your minds is that is what she said about the attacks being so brutal. Typically, when such brutality is used, it's because the person has like a personal vendetta against whoever it was they're attacking. I think that you're going to think it's odd as well that both victims were related. It's just one of those coincidences that you probably can't shake. And then, as far as this creature, you were told that it was shot multiple times, and didn't go down. There's a couple things. There's probably a lot of things that could do that. But this thing, this creature is. You're pretty sure that this or you're getting the impression that this creature is, if not invulnerable to some extent, completely like just super tough. Has sort of an otherworldly aspect to it, and it's super strong. So super strong, super tough.
Very vengeful.
Driven,
Not brutal.
driven by vengeance. Yeah.
It's like the Hulk meets the Spectre. What kind of thing is this?
I'm not sure.
And then what sort of creature is it? Yeah, I think I'm just. Yeah. I think the first thing that's going to come to your mind is a revenant.
Revenant. Yeah.
Which you know to be a hellish being that is summoned through pure hatred and seeks to get vengeance.
Just for clarification, you said summoned. Therefore, someone had to actually put this creature into the mortal plane.
Correct.
Yep. Copy that. Copy that.
I'm sure you'll be able to figure out who this might be just from talking with Daphne afterwards at the bar. Just please don't forget. And please don't get too drunk that you don't remember.
I mean, I will never forget Daphne, right? Come on.
That's one thing. You won't forget her. You might forget what she's saying when you're sleeping in the same bed as her.
I've got my implements.
Whoa! Ah!
Heyo.
Anyway, dude. I should probably call Baxter if you're going out to the bar after this.
Yeah, you meet up with Obi and Baxter. See what I can get out of her.
Alright, I'm gonna go give him a call. Have fun on your date, dude. Just remember what hotel room we're in, and I'll toss him like the extra hotel room key.
I'll be back within an hour.
So we'll flip back over to the Calder house, and so there's there's thumping at the door. Obi, your eyes are black. You've got this sort of magical ward on the door. He can kind of stab through the door, but he can't like break through the barrier fully. And Baxter, you got stabbed in the hand or arm or whatever, down on the you're kind of down on the ground. Girl is freaking out, and then suddenly the thumping just stops.
I'm not letting up. Not till Baxter tells me it's okay.
Through the
But I
many
will-
holes now in the door, do I see any movement?
Would you like to look through one of the holes?
I want to get Blade close, but
Keep it feral. Da 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 da.
How about look under the door? Are the feet still there?
There you go. You look under the door. There's nobody there.
Okay. Think he's moved on.
All right, I let the spell drop.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Say-
look at her. Who the hell are you?
And she finally puts down the bat. She finally puts down the bat. And she says, "My name's Jessica. Jessica Calder."
What did you people do?
She's like, "I didn't do anything.
He wasn't here for us.
You think he was here for me?"
Oh yes, definitely.
And she says, "I don't know.
Hmm. Okay.
What would he want with me? Why?"
Whose blood is
Oh.
downstairs?
And she looks at you, kind of like you just said something insensitive, and she says, "It's my dad's."
Maybe it hates your family.
She says, "Then why didn't it kill my mom? It just walked right by her." That's what she said anyway.
What
You weren't
family
here that
did
night?
you belong to?
She says, "I wasn't here. I was staying over at a friend's house."
Hmm.
You and your father are connected by blood. Your father and your mother aren't.
She says, "Yeah, that's typically how things go." She says, "Anyway, I'm gonna need you guys to get out of my house now."
You sure you want us to leave?
She says, "I'm leaving too. I'm not waiting for that thing to come back." And oh, go ahead.
Do you know an old lady? Maybe with pearls?
She says, "Old lady with pearls." I mean, there's like 100 old ladies in this town. They all wear big dumb jewelry.
Can I try and describe the lady from my vision to her?
Sure.
This lady had an air of importance about her. And she wore jewelry, but she didn't seem like she was rich.
She says, "Sounds like you're talking about a Belfont."
Maybe. It wants her too.
And she says, "Well, that doesn't surprise me. If anybody deserves it, it's Honey Belfont."
Why?
And she says, "That woman had it out for my dad since the very beginning. Like, she spread vicious rumors about him all over town, accused him of cheating on my mom. Like, it was bad."
And you're sure he didn't cheat on your mom?
She says, "Look, I don't know who you are, kid. You got a lot of questions." She
I'm
says,
Obi.
"Well, that's great, but I gotta go." And she's gonna push past you guys to leave the house. Your phone is gonna ring, Baxter.
All right. Well, I'm going to answer it as I'm following her out.
And can I try and hex her on the way out?
Okay.
Or jinx her?
Sure.
Dexter. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I want to try and jinx her.
Okay.
A 9, I get a hold 1.
Okay.
I want her to lose something that we will soon find. I want her to drop something potentially interesting to us.
Okay. Well, she has a bag of things, things that she got from the room, and as she is going down the stairs, a stitch in the bag is going to break, and the contents of the bag are going to fall out. She like vents in frustration, and she's trying to. She grabs another bag and is trying to like gather all the things into the bag. As she leaves, or are you guys helping her put stuff in the bag?
Yeah, I'm helping. Seeing what kind of stuff she was swiping.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of old documents, like stuff that like you can see some documents that like maybe reference like bank accounts or some money stuff. You can see some like some titles and like a house title, like a car title, like stuff like that, or a deed. And and then there's another thin manila folder that actually has the name Belfont on it.
Okay. Taking
Can
note
I?
of that.
I'll say, can I try to nick the folder?
Yeah, you do. So she gets her stuff. Baxter, your phone is ringing like crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm answering it.
Okay, it's Jay.
Jay, you missed all the fun.
Baxter, we think we might be dealing with a revenant here.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I can tell you what I know. I met with the chief of police, Saunders, and they're pretty much clueless as to what's going on.
Of course.
Yeah, as always. Um, he he thinks that. Well, he told us that the police officer or Melvin, that shot at whatever this creature is, he emptied his entire clip, and it had no effect on whatever it was. We went to the morgue, and Seth is meeting with the morgue assistant there, Daphne Belfont, who is Honey Belfont's daughter, who was also at the police station and was kind of making a quiet fuss to the guy at the front desk there named Jasper. She's kind of hush hush, and when we came out, she was telling us that Jack was a really bad guy, the guy that was killed, and his brother, and that they deserved and they got what was coming to them and all that stuff, which sounds awfully suspicious if you ask me.
About the daughter.
The daughter, she's friendly, really taking
No, the
Hmm?
victim's daughter.
Oh, the victim's daughter? What about him?
Heard anything about her? Because
I
he
haven't
was
heard
just
it.
here to get her.
Huh? Are you guys okay?
No.
Oh God. Okay. I'll be on
Might
my
need
way
a
over.
ride. Don't know if I can drive. I know
Yeah.
Obi can't.
Yeah, no, understandable.
If you use the blocks.
Yeah, I'll be on my way.
I can
Seth
drive.
Seth has a date with this Daphne girl who's going to be telling her whole family history with the Calders. So,
Oh, and there's a possibility the honey you mentioned
hmm.
is the woman from Obi's dream. Get a picture?
Yeah, and because I imagine I step back out to the front desk real quick. I'll like take my phone and snap a picture, send it over to you.
I'll show Obi.
Is it her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just nod.
That's her.
In the exact same clothes that you saw her in the dream.
Oh, I'll mention that.
So,
I
Yeah.
think she's going to die tonight.
yeah. We need to find her.
All right, I'll be on my way to pick you up. I'll let Seth know what's going on. He might not want to come and think we can handle it just fine, but I'll let him know and I'll be on my way.
All righty. See you soon.
All
right.
Bye.
I am going to use my move now that she has mentioned Revenant. Dark Past to see if I've dealt with anything like this before.
Okay. Ooh, 11.
So many cool
11.
moves.
I get to ask 2 questions. When I dealt with this creature, or one of its kind, before, what did I learn?
You learned that they are damn near invulnerable. They suffer no physical damage that they take. However, they're quite susceptible to magic.
Okay. I don't know. The second question I want to ask is, do I know anyone who might be behind this? But I don't know if I've gathered enough information yet.
Okay. Is it a hold thing, or is it just like you ask now kind of thing?
It doesn't say. Like it doesn't mention a time frame. I mean, I don't know if you want to hold it, or the other option was, what black magic do I know that could help here?
Oh, sweet, yeah. So, so you know that the that to bring one of these things into the realm does take some pretty kind of low level magic. It's definitely black magic. It's easily accessible and very corruptible, but you know that this thing, you can either destroy the hell gate that it came through, which is usually in the form of some kind of totem that is created, or after it finishes doing what it's supposed to be doing, after it finishes its task, it takes the one who summoned it and goes back to hell with the person who summoned it.
That dovetails with my suspicions.
That's a 2-for-1 right there. Okay. What's in the envelope, Obi? I saw you snake it.
And Jay, where are you on your way to?
I'm gonna first grab Seth by the elbow, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Revenant was over at the Calder house with Baxter and Obi. Baxter's in some pretty bad shape. I'm gonna go over. You should stay here and get what information you can from Daphne. I don't know what we're gonna do just yet, but ultimately, I need to take care of Baxter, and we should probably follow up and either follow Jessica or find Honey, or I'm not sure where to start."
Right, I'll keep a cell on me. Just
I'm
call
gonna
with
be
me, by the way.
fine. I put up like a hand like to shush you, like stop. I've got
Hey.
this.
If Baxter's already hurt, all right, then there's no guarantee you won't be, all right?
I'm gonna be fine. He's an older guy anyway, and I'll give like a sly smile.
Yeah, you're a twig compared to him.
It's gonna be harder to hit.
Well, okay, that's true.
You have nothing to worry about. I'll be all right.
Fine.
I'll have my cell on me. You'll have your cell on you. Go out, get what you can about Daphne, because she's not gonna budge for me.
Fine. Just grab the shotgun out of my trunk or something. At
I
least you
will.
distract the thing with it.
I will, and I'll give like a smile and a little wave, and I'll head out through the front.
Okay. So so as you leave, and where are you headed to?
I'm going to pick up Baxter and Obi at the Calder Manor.
Okay, cool. So so the next scene will be you driving up to the Calder Manor. Jessica is gone, and she I think she got picked up by a friend already. And Baxter and Obi, you can get into the car, and if you would like to peruse the file, you may do so.
Before we get into the car, can I try and do something spooky?
Yeah, of course.
I ask Baxter to sit down on the ground next to me.
That is spooky.
It will be. And then I'm going to try and put my hand on the grass and on his arm and absorb some of the life force out of the grass to heal him.
Ugh. Do it.
Nice.
11.
Damn, Obi, you are killing it tonight.
Holy shit.
I don't know how much healing a normal spell would do.
1 harm. But it stabilizes me,
Yes.
so I'm not bleeding out anymore.
Yes. Yes. Harm 4 and beyond becomes extra bad. So that pulls it down to a 3.
Yep.
And let's do like a whole flower bed, like just the flowers just like wilt.
I want it to absolutely be like Obi just sits down, kind of closes his eyes, steals life from something else to give it to him. It's like anybody who is watching this at home is like, all right, that kid ain't right. I mean,
Well, yeah.
that was helpful, but there's something not right there.
Well, yeah, and I've seen you do like the whole like paint
Oh,
bucket
yeah.
thing too. So I imagine as I'm pulling up, I see Baxter sitting there and you also sitting there, and like I see these flowers just begin to wilt, and I'm like leaning to like get a closer look, and then I'll like honk the horn.
And I get up and smile and wave.
That kid ain't right.
Oh boy, right.
Hop on in, look to the car.
Yeah, and when everybody gets in, I'll ask Baxter, how you doing?
I don't know. I'll live.
I guess my next question is, who do we want to trail? I mean, this Revenant is going to be going after Jessica, but Honey Belfont seems to be. If I was a betting man, I would say she's the one that brought this Revenant to the world.
You'd be betting right then.
That's what I think. Too.
But she'll be the last on his list.
Jessica's next.
Unless there's another Calder in town.
Not that I'm aware of. I didn't even hear anybody say anything about Jessica Calder. But she did say, nope, wrong, that's you, about her mom being ignored.
I wonder if the mom is a Belfont.
I'm
I don't
not
know.
sure.
What's in that envelope, Obi?
I just sheepishly hand it over.
All right, I'm gonna crack it open. See what we got.
All right, so in the file here, you're going to find 2 things. You're going to find a death certificate, and you're going to find a paternity test.
Ooh. Who's dead?
One, James Belfont, dead upon birth.
Ooh. And the paternity test?
It seems to confirm that one Melvin Calder is the father.
So apparently I was right to ask her, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
And it doesn't say who the mother is? Yeah.
Who was the mother?
It is Honey Belfont.
Ooh. Wow. All right.
Crisscross applesauce.
If you want, I can just go pay a visit to Honey.
Obi.
Well,
he's in his car seat. We look back at him like.
Maybe I can talk to her.
To be fair, Obi, Honey isn't the talking type. She is it's my way or the highway type.
Then I'll just pull the information from her mind.
I just stare like, and then I look at Baxter.
She'd probably know where the Hellgate is.
Or have the totem on her.
Yeah, if we can find it, we can stop it.
So, Do you want me to drop Obi off at where Honey Bellefonte would be, and we can go tail Jessica? Do you trust Obi? Is my question, and I look kind of grimly serious.
Well, so here's the question. I don't know if we could stop it if we intercepted it on the way to Jessica. But I
I
know
don't
we
think
can
so.
stop it if we find the totem.
We'll see how long Seth's date takes too. I've been updating him. I'll let him know what's going on.
She was wearing the outfit you showed me when she died in my vision. That means it's happening tonight.
We'll go find Honey then.
All right. So Seth, how's your date going so far?
Oh, it's going great. Phone on mute. No distractions.
Yeah, you guys are at the local watering hole, and she actually plays some pool. She's actually quite good at it. She's showing you a few tricks here, and she's got a big mug of beer, and she says, you know, you're not at all what I would expect a man of the law to be like.
Well, you gotta play hard and then party harder. Yeah, the suit isn't my entire personality.
She says, it's a real shame that you'll only be in town a couple days.
It's a damn shame. But I'd love to stay longer.
I guess we'll just have to make the most of it.
I agree. I kind of smile at her. I know you shouldn't bring work into these things, but it's something that kind of stuck with me. Like, why did your family hate the colors?
She kind of gets she looks down and her eyes get real sad, and she says my mother, she has her reasons for hating the Calders. She says her and when she was younger, she was at a party, and she maybe had a little too much to drink, and Melvin was there watching her all night, and when she was walking home, he attacked her, and she got pregnant, and Melvin wanted her to get an abortion. She wouldn't do it. She wanted to keep the baby. And when she was having the baby, Jack Calder was the one who delivered the baby, and it died during birth. Now, I don't know if it was on purpose, but my mother certainly believes so, and
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm so sorry.
She says it's tough. Living with that kind of pain. She says, I can't imagine. She says, so if my mother doesn't shed a tear for what happened to the Calders, then, I don't blame her.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. with her situation like that. No, I get it. Yeah, sorry about that. Next round's on me. Sheesh.
She says, well, I guess Jack and Melvin got what was coming to them anyway, so. And she says, sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the evening and all, it just, you asked, so.
Yeah, no, my fault. I shouldn't have pried. Is there any of the Calders left? Now that the brothers are gone.
She says, well, there's Jessica, Jack's daughter, but other than that, no. He never had children with his first wife, and his second wife, Helen, they only had one.
First wife?
Mm-hmm.
Who was his first?
She says, like, Janet, somebody. She says she moved away years ago, though. They split up when Helen came along.
Gotcha. I'm gonna take a smoke. And I give her one of my many credit cards. Just order whatever. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and she'll be a little surprised, and but she'll head over to the bar.
Yeah, and I go out and I call Jay.
Jay, you're on your way to
Find Honey Belafonte.
Okay, with Obi and Baxter.
Yes. As I'm driving, I see my phone ringing, and I will pick it up.
All right, Jay. Couple of things. Definitely think that Honey is the one. Some of the Revenant. She was brutally attacked by Melvin when she was younger. Had a kid from the experience that Jack delivered, and it was killed during childbirth. So probably a lot of resentment from that.
By the way, I put you on speaker too, so everybody else can hear.
Oh, great! Let the kid know about the abortion thing. Yeah. All right.
Oh, I already know.
But that's just fantastic. All right. Great.
We found the paternity test.
Well, we didn't know about the attack, but we knew about the dead baby.
Yeah, we found a death certificate and a paternity test that Obi was able to snag.
Good job, kid.
Thanks. Does she know anything about Helen?
Helen.
That's Jack's wife.
For some reason, it left her alone.
I'll ask her about it. I haven't gotten anything about that yet. But I do know that they had a kid named Jessica.
Yeah, that's who the Revenant is after.
All right. Great.
But I don't know how much longer your date is. I can drop off Baxter and Obi at Honey's, and we can try and keep Jessica safe. We can stake out her house and keep her safe.
Yeah. I think splitting up is the right thing to do. I'll end the night early, I suppose.
Oh, you poor thing. Come on, dude.
You're just smoking.
She's not that hot. I mean, she's pretty hot, but not that hot. To let some
you'll
girl
understand
die.
when you're older.
I am older. Oh, God, you're so irritating.
Maybe one of you can use one of Baxter's books and make a devil's trap or something to hold it while we try to banish it.
Baxter, do you have anything for Revenants?
Yes, I do.
Please provide us, and we'll go and keep Jessica safe, and you guys can go confront Honey.
Okay. I can provide you with an occult tome that'll give you +1 forward to use magic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What's your weird out of curiosity?
My weird.
Yeah.
Big fat zero.
Mine's a -1. About.
Guess who's doing the magic?
Yeah, instead of Obi going with Baxter to Honey, Obi should probably go and help protect Jessica since he's the magic wielder.
Yeah, and Seth, as you're on the phone, Daphne is going to. You're outside. You said.
I'm outside. I'm also currently smoking a cigarette.
Okay. Daphne's going to like burst out the door. Like sort of rush out. She's gonna see you smoking. She says, "I'm so sorry. I have to go. My mom just called me," and she says, "It's an emergency."
Ooh, what's wrong?
She's I don't know. She sounded scared. She sounded scared, Seth. She sounded scared.
I'll drive you.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I jump in. It's my.
We'll meet you there.
Bye. Beep.
Yeah, in my 65 Ford Mustang Fastback. Yep.
Hey, don't worry. I have a 1983 Dodge Caravan.
Hey.
I have a big wheel.
You have a Tonka truck.
We got you some Hot Wheels for Christmas.
So Seth, you're gonna go with Daphne here. Jay, Obi, and Baxter. Where are you guys going?
Guess we're going to Honey.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, text us an address, like, so we know where the fuck we're going.
Yep. They're like doing it with one hand.
So So Seth, you're going to arrive first. You pull into the Belfont house, an equally astute house, like the Calders, although in a little bit worse condition. The landscaper hasn't made the rounds in quite some time, and some of the shutters are kind of hanging a little crooked on the house. But as you pull in, Daphne's going to fly out of the car and up the steps and through the front door.
Yeah, I jump out quickly. I lift up the trunk, grab my trusty shotgun, and I take and I run after her.
Okay. So as you come through the door, she's Daphne is holding her mother in her arms, and Honey Belfont is weeping loudly, and she says, "What have I done? What have I done? He's coming! He's coming!" And then she'll look up at you, Seth, and she'll go. She'll be surprised, and she says, "What are you doing? What's that for?"
For protection, to protect you.
She says, "You can't stop him. Nobody can."
Where's the totem?
Yeah, what did you do? Where is the totem?
And she looks confused. She says, "What do you mean?"
What did you use to bring him here?
And she's shocked that you would ask, and she says, "Someone helped me. A man in the woods.
Who? Who helped you?
I don't know his name."
Face? Anything?
She says, he was a very slender man with pointed features. She says, tall. I don't know. I don't know. Youngish.
All right. Well, you're staying with me until we know you're safe to get rid of this thing.
And that's when she points behind you and says, "Oh, he's here!"
Shotgun up. Turn around.
Yes. Standing in the doorway is a 7-foot monster with like in the mechanic suit and the mask on with the plume of orange hair and the red vein-like things crawling up his face. He's got a kitchen knife in one hand, and he just kind of like lifts it. He like sort of has to duck down to fit through the door, and he lifts his head up and looks at you, Seth, and he begins to charge towards you.
Oh, for fuck's sake! And I try and shoot the knife out of his hand.
Okay. Yeah. So sounds like you're gonna kick some ass.
Yes, sir.
I'm simultaneously going to use some magic.
Fuck.
What did you say, Baxter?
I was going to use some magic to inflict some magical harm on him.
Oh, you guys aren't there yet.
Oh, we're not there yet. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Mark XP.
Yeah. Mark XP, and then you roll a 6. Oh, I get to make a move.
Yeah.
Oh no, you shot the girl in the face. Sorry, I'm just dark tonight. All the giddiness wore off.
I pulled this down there. Okay, so you'll shoot him, but what will happen is, oh man, I don't know how to make this make sense.
I mean, it's a revenant, right? Do you like the pellets just hit the body, does nothing to him?
Nah, I want to do something cooler, but I can't really think of anything, or I can't think of how to make it work, so I'm gonna say that when you go to fire, by the time you go to fire, yeah, let's do this. By the time you go to fire, he's already on you, and he actually grabs the front of the gun, and it's like with his hand, and it's going to cause it to sort of backfire. It's going to send you flying back. Go ahead and take some harm. How much harm does a shotgun do?
3.
3. So take 2 harm as it sort of backfires and just kicks back, and it's going to hurt. You're gonna hear some screams behind you as Honey and Daphne begin to run away. That is when Baxter, Obi, and Jay will pull up and come through the door in the house.
All right.
Help!
All right. Yep. Whoever's next, I will help you, and if you let me do it, you will automatically get a +1. Because if when fighting a monster, if you help someone, you automatically help as though you'd rolled a 10.
All right. I suppose I'll throw some damaging magic at him.
Okay.
I just kind of like close my eyes, or like eyes go black, and I just kind of throw my hand forward at him. And
yeah, I suppose the way I would help is maybe I don't know, run up behind the creature, hold him in place so you can kind of get him. He's huge, but I can bear hug him.
You throw a lamp at him. and he looks over at you while he's distracted.
Yeah, I'll distract him. I'll grab something on the, there's a fancy vase. I'll pick it up, chuck it at his head.
And since I'm trying to prevent the thing from my vision, I get +1 as well for that, correct?
Trying to prevent what?
I get +1 forward to prevent the thing I saw in my vision.
I would say that's true, right?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
So that's +2, technically.
All right. Oh, I got a 12, so that's a 14.
Nice.
So, I do 1 harm, ignore magic obvious, but I also have Hex, which means that I can Hex anybody I affect with a spell, and they suffer 2 harm, magic, ignore armor. So he's going to take 3 magic harm that ignores his armor, just from this little freaky kid just suddenly like 11 Stranger Things style. I just shove with my hand.
Yeah, he's gonna go flying back. I'm gonna say he's gonna go flying back through the glass sliding doors in the kitchen. He goes flying back and onto the back porch. He lies there still.
Keep your guard up, guys.
I'm taking this moment to enchant my magnum.
There you go.
All right. Honey and Daphne. Ooh, very nice.
And then I toss it to Seth.
Honey and Daphne are coming out of from their hiding places in the kitchen, and they're coming down the hallway towards you guys.
Oh yeah.
Here you are. It's not over.
I'll be the one to protect. Yeah, I'll kind of usher them to like come stand behind me, kind of like take their shoulders, kind of gently push them back behind, like near the front door.
And Seth, by the time you get the gun in your hand and you point it to aim it at the creature, it's gone.
All right, I get them away from the door.
It's gone for now, at least. Good job, Bobby.
Thanks, Seth. You would have gotten it on your next shot.
I mean, it doesn't feel like it.
All right, honey, Daphne, you guys need to stay close to us, okay? Don't run, because he'll just find you.
I'm going to walk right up to Honey and look her in the eyes and go, you know what you did. Now you have to help us fix it so you don't die.
He's right. Unfortunately. And there's probably a better way of wording that, honey. But if there's anything you know that can help us.
She shakes her head and she says, I thought after the first two it would stop. I didn't know he would kill everybody.
We're going to try to take care of this. We need you.
He didn't tell me that he was going to kill everybody.
Who?
The man in the woods.
Man in the woods. What did he make you do, honey?
A little bit of blood. Some hair from the victims. He said some words. He promised me vengeance.
This was in the woods, right?
And she nods, yeah.
Honey, you're going to need to take us to that exact spot.
Did you see the creature come out?
She says, you have to go protect that poor girl. It's going to go for her next.
All right, everyone, get in the cars.
Yeah, I'll load up. Baxter, Obi. At least two of us needs to go and help distract this thing, and the other just needs to go with Honey to the woods. How are we splitting?
I'll protect the girl. You destroy the portal.
I'll go destroy the portal. Who wants to come with me?
I will.
All right, Baxter, Seth, Obi, be safe.
We got it.
Honey, Daphne, you should probably stick with us. And Honey, you can show us where whatever this is happened.
And okay, so let's do. See, Baxter and Jay are going into the woods.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do Baxter and Jay, and so you pull up into the this is right near the park, where the trails go off into the woods, and so there's like a little parking lot and stuff. So you guys pull into the parking lot. There's nobody else around. Honey says, "It's in there, in the woods. It's a small shack."
A small shack down this trail here.
And she nods. She says, "I'd never seen it before. I've lived here all my life. And then one day it was just there."
Honey, we're afraid to leave you alone here. You should probably come with us.
You should definitely come with us.
She nods, and her and Daphne will follow you into the woods.
Awesome. How did your date go, Daphne?
Man.
This is where I get it. This is where I get it.
I'm trying to lighten the mood. that my brother can be a real lug nut.
She says, "Oh yeah, Steve Tyler."
Yeah, Steve Tyler.
She says, "It's funny when he gave me the credit card to pay for the drinks, had somebody else's name on it."
Oh yeah. Funny thing about that.
You're not FBI agents, are you?
Even better, we're world-class actors.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going ahead.
I mean,
All
what
right.
what was the giveaway? The unblinking child that threw the monster across the room with the power of his mind?
Yeah, I'll have as we're making our way to the shack, I'll have the absolutely monumental monsters are real chat with them.
Hey, can I realize something that I think has dawned on Brian? You can decide whether or not it's dawned on Obi.
Okay.
When I saved her, was that the place I saw her at in my vision? Because I remember seeing her in a shack, don't I?
Shack. Yep.
Yep, I remember the shack, and that's where we're headed.
Yep.
And I've just sent her to a shack, haven't I?
Yep.
Yep.
Everything's going according to plan. So, so Obi and Seth, you guys are pulling up to the house. There's already a cop car out front, but its lights aren't on.
I slam on the door.
I'm gonna run past toward the house.
The door of the house or the door of the cop car?
The
Of
house.
the house.
Okay, so as you run up the steps of the house, it looks as though it looks as though the door is already kicked open.
All right, rush in.
Yeah, I'm like looking for wherever it is.
As soon as you step into the threshold of the house, you can see the body of Jasper lying on the floor. His head has been completely turned around.
No, Jasper, buddy.
Great. Add that to the kill list of fucking honey. All right.
And as soon as you enter and you see that, you can hear some screams from upstairs. And the signature thump, thump, thump.
I'm just running up there.
Yep.
Standing in front of the of presumably a bedroom door is the creature, and it is kicking the door down. It's punched like 3 big holes in it, and it's just slowly just kind of chipping through this door. You can see though that the reason it's having some difficulty is because it appears that a dresser or something has been pushed in front of the door, so it's trying to maneuver its way around that.
So Seth, you still have that Magnum.
You have the magic magnum.
Yep.
Can I try and cast a spell to trap it in place?
Yeah, certainly.
An 8 works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. So it's trapped in place. But let's say if you're good with it, let's say that I take 1 harm.
Okay.
And it's like I'm straining to do it, and like blood's kind of dripping out of the corner of my eyes, because that'll be spooky.
Okay, yeah. So you'll take 1 harm, and you'll trap the monster. The monster seems to realize that it can't move forward. Like just as you trap it, it sort of like breaks the door down. It tries to move into the room but can't. It's going to start looking around to figure out why. When its eyes land on you, Obi.
I'll be like, I can't hold it.
I got you. And I look at it and I scream out, "Hey, big, dumb, and ugly!" And I cock. Was it a revolver or
Yeah.
Magnum?
Magnum? Was it? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. No cocking.
Big old revolver.
All right. Let's kick some fucking ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Revolver does 4 harm, magical.
Woo!
Nice. So yeah, so you just blow a hole straight through this thing. It's going to like look down at the bullet hole, and it's going to look back up at you, and it's going to throw its knife.
Is that an act under pressure? Like try to dodge it, or?
Yeah, sure.
Next, the keeper's going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
All right, the worst out. So hard choice is it either hits you or it hits Obi.
Me. Yep.
Take 2 harm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that. Oh, Christ. That was my good shoulder.
And it's going to it's trapped, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to start trying to figure out a way out of the bind you have it in, Obi. It's going to I think it's go ahead.
Since I did get over 10 on my kicks and mass, I will give Obi a +1 forward.
Okay.
Yep.
And I say, it's out of knives. Shoot it again.
Good idea. And I'll attempt to shoot the fucker again.
Okay.
It's decent. See, whenever you're fighting, inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on established dangers in the game. Yeah, he'll deal harm to me, and I'll deal harm to him.
Okay. The harm he will deal to you is you begin to get kind of warm as you feel these like or actually I think so yeah so I think your legs are going to like you're going to feel something clutch around your legs, and you're going to start to feel a burning sensation on your legs as you look down, and these like red hot metal chains have spawned out of the floor and seem to be pulling you into the floor, and then take 1 harm.
This is not looking great.
And how much harm did you do to it?
4, I believe.
All right. Meanwhile, back at
Woods.
the shack. So you guys have found the shack. Honey has led you to it. She says, "In there. That's where the man is."
All right, Baxter, and I will ready my little small handgun.
And I'm going in.
Okay. You go in, and sitting at a shoddy table on his phone is certainly a slender, pale man with impeccably dressed, and when you bust in, he kind of looks up a little surprised, and he puts his phone down real quick, and he stands up and straightens his jacket, and he says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I need the totem of that revenant you summoned.
He says, "I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about."
I'll fire like a warning shot by the feet.
He looks down unfazed, and he says, "Surely you don't believe that your pathetic excuses for weapons could harm a single hair on my head."
Who are you?
I'm a middleman of sorts. I find people who need help from dark forces, and I find dark forces who are in need of desperate people. I bring them together.
This is going way beyond help, and you know that. It's chaos. And we need to put a stop to it right now.
it'll be over soon enough. As soon as the Revenant kills the girl.
The girl is innocent in this.
And he shrugs. He says, as soon as the Revenant kills the girl, he'll come back. He'll take honey and he'll go back to hell. Baxter, were you using some magic there?
No. I was trying to look at the effects and push the button instead.
Tee.
Is there... Could there possibly be... I don't know if this investigating a mystery would help us, because, like, this guy obviously doesn't seem to be human, correct?
Correct.
I would like to make a I want to investigate a mystery, because I want to be able to see if there's something, like, if the totem is, like, concealed here, or maybe something about this guy, if that's okay.
Yeah, fine.
Ooh.
Nice. Hold 2. My first question is, what is being concealed here?
So the just kind of looking around the shack here, there's really not a whole lot in the shack. There's like an old fireplace, and there's like an old fireplace, like maybe like an old bed that's just completely like in shambles in the corner, the small table with like one chair, some cupboards, maybe a like a little place that was once was like a little counter space, but there's really not a whole lot. The only place that you could think that something could actually be concealed in this room would maybe be in the chimney.
Okay. And then my next question is, this
Can I-
guy ahead of us, what can hurt it?
So middlemen are they are kind of ethereal creatures. You think that he could probably be hurt with the general fare of things. Silver or iron would probably do some kind of damage.
All right, awesome. I'll kind of give Baxter a look and then kind of avert my gaze towards the chimney. And then I will, what would I do? Maybe I would do like the monologuing, distracting shit while I'm like trying to change his gaze from Baxter, so Baxter can kind of like, maybe I'll provide some sort of distraction. I'll just I'll charge at him.
Okay. He will. Are you charging at him like you're gonna kick some ass, or are you just charging at him?
I'm just charging at him like a distraction, just so Baxter can get a chance to like get into the chimney.
All right, Baxter. What do you do?
I'm going for the chimney.
Okay.
I guess that'd be an investigate.
That would be no. You know something's there.
Alrighty.
Unless you need to find out more.
I don't think so, because I already asked the question, what black magic do I know that could help here? And that was related to the totem.
Destroying the totem, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I've already got that. So would that just be a use magic?
Yeah. I think that would be appropriate.
And you get the +1 for the book that you have?
Never grabbed the book.
Damn it. Never mind.
Well,
Nice.
So back at the house that Jessica is in, Seth and Obi. Seth, you're like literally getting pulled into some like dark hell space by these chains. Obi, your eyes are bleeding, your nose is bleeding, and this thing is like just about to break out of the containment you have it in. Like you can see the floor starting to crack under the amount of weight. This thing is totally coming towards you, and
All right, then I'm gonna drop the spell and try and blast it.
okay. And as you drop the spell and you raise your hand to blast it, your blast hits it, and it just disintegrates. The chains begin to unravel from around Seth, and the effect disappears. The monster is gone.
Call the others. This isn't the shack. I don't know if we beat it. It might be heading to them.
Baxter and Jay. Baxter, you've destroyed the totem. What does that look like?
So it's an incantation, and just kind of like this ripple of like sharp energy just breaks it in half, and then like the face of the creature just kind of ethereally released from it.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. And its bind is broken, and the middleman, who is sort of tussling with Jay, just stops fighting Jay, and just says, "What have you gone and done that for? Perfectly good deal, perfectly good match. Shame."
Yeah, I'll like shove him off of me and like scramble backwards, and I'll be well, what use is this chaos to these people? Why do you enjoy this?
He says, "I enjoy a good deal. I enjoy facilitating a good deal. That's how middlemen are."
Yep, liars and thieves, the lot of you. I've dealt with your type before. No such thing as a good deal.
He'll give you a sly smile, and his phone will buzz. He'll look down and pick it up and says, "Oh, that's business. Toodaloo." And he will
Wait. I'll like go to pull my gun, and
he's gone.
yeah. Damn it.
Just then the phone rings.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, so pick it up.
Yeah, okay, we got it away from here, from Jessica's place. How's it going on your end?
We Baxter destroyed the totem. A
thank
middleman
God.
was here,
Middleman?
you know, making shoddy deals, promising great things, and then fucking everybody over in the end. Middleman.
That makes sense with Hannah's description. Yeah. Alright, great.
I'll lean over his shoulder and go, Seth's bleeding. A lot.
They said we'll be exaggerating.
We'll be on our way. Beep.
And then I go stick my head into the room where Jessica is probably still freaking out. And I'm like, it's gone now. Sorry about the blood. Do you have any flowers?
She looks at you and she screams and faints.
As the true monster appears.
As you guys all reconvene back at the Silver Bullet, I guess just to sort of review, like you guys are all back together again. It's that final scene of the show. You guys are like sort of just kind of taking stock and whatnot.
Seth's gonna get his one last lay of the episode here.
I don't think he's doing much of anything with the wounds he's got.
I mean,
Just say
I-
he's
now,
probably
that's about it.
bandaged up. Hey, and Monster Heart's tender loving will fix that right away.
Yeah, you could have some tender patching up. Hey, she knows how to do a stitch at least.
Yeah.
I could help if you just let me use that tree over there.
Ugh.
Oh, but we're not killing the tree for my sake.
Suit yourself.
I'm trying, okay? I'm fucking. Ow! God, stitch! Fucking.
And then I'll sit down and just start sharpening my knife slowly.
Good work today, kid. As I cracked my bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, I got my nice little
Pour one big glass, one little glass.
draft beer looking thing.
Give it to Obi.
Oh my god. I choose to ignore that.
And I take it, and I just look at Jay and go, "It's a sipping whiskey," and I just take a little sip.
I am not sipping it.
Are we there with like Honey and Daphne and Jessica, or
No.
I'm assuming we'll have like a meetup with them before we go.
Um.
Kind of like a you should know better, like
Yeah, that's fine. What does that look like?
This is the future now.
yeah. So it's like I imagine we go to make a visit to wherever they're staying. Probably Honey and Daphne. And leaning up against the car, you know, and just waiting to hear Honey's explanation of things. Like, hey, you know, we understand you did why you did, but it doesn't make it right, and you put a lot of people's lives at risk.
She nods and she says, I didn't want all this. I just wanted to get some revenge on those bastards. Made my life a living hell.
I
There's
understand.
always a price. And
Obi's
next
right.
time, we might not be there to pay it for you.
She says, "Oh, my days of meeting Slendermen in shacks is over."
That's good. That's reassuring.
I'm definitely chuckling at that.
She says, "I don't know how I can ever repay you, you fellas."
Cash works.
That's
Ignore him.
yeah. That's not necessary at all.
Can I borrow the life essence of some of your flowers?
Obi.
He's a little creative and a very vivid imagination. But we're gonna check up on Jessica. She's pretty shook up. So.
And Daphne is going to approach Seth and just be like, you know, if you're ever back in town, you have my number.
Unfortunately, if I am back in town, it's gonna be something like this again. So
They're not gonna come on, share a passionate kiss. We all know it's gonna happen.
Well, they already shared a passionate night together. So.
Hey.
nice.
And Jessica is I don't think there's a final scene with Jessica. I think she's just kind of like she just wants to put as much distance between all of this and herself as possible.
She's in the hospital, had a breakdown.
Yeah, sounds good.
The bleeding child was just too much.
Yeah, dead police officer in the house. You know, it's great.
A little PTSD for her.
Yeah, that's true. She's got no explanation or context at all.
Nope.
Just a crazy killer was stalking her, and
Yep, killed her dad, killed her uncle.
And she was saved by a guy with a big handgun and a creepy child with blood coming out of his eyes and nose. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, regular Wednesday, you know.
All right.
Normal.
Supernormal.
Supernormal, hey!
And let's go ahead and run the end of session move here.
What is the end of session? I actually don't.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
yes, we did.
Yes.
Now we only get 2 XP if we do at least three of the 4 things, right? It's not 1 XP per thing.
And did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Heck yeah.
Multiples. Yeah.
Yep.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Middleman.
Middleman is out there and doing his thing.
And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Did we?
I mean, we added some color to some of Obi's powers. Which,
I was gonna say we're learning a little bit about Obi.
which I think is probably worrying to at least 2/3 of the rest of the group.
Yeah. I'd definitely say new stuff is about Obi.
How many XP points is that?
2.
2.
And
Gotcha.
I get 1 for preventing my premonition, and
Nice.
I believe Tara got at least 3 from fails.
I got 2 from fails.
Oh, 2 from fails.
Yeah, I got 1 from fails.
I think I rolled like maybe twice, so I think I got like average, so I'm good.
All right.
Where is the end of session move so I can have it? Is it not in the
271.
271?
271. Yeah.
Oh, I also found a nifty page as well. I'll send it to you
Yes,
guys.
please do. Do that right now so I can add it to the notes.
Is it like the one-page player reference thingy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they got a keeper one and a PDF for tracking your mysteries. How they progress. We got a lot of good info out there.
But yeah, I think that might be it. Let me check my stuff.
I feel like Obi is probably a keeper deal gone bad.
One of Seth's ex-girlfriends fucking wants revenge on him.
And I came into being and got found by Baxter, and now I'm right there in the RV with you,
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Yeah, be the death of me.
watching, always watching.
All right, yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys.
Outstanding.
Congratulations on solving your first mystery. And let's go around and let's if you can think of something. If you can't, that's okay. But let's go around and see what did each of you what was your takeaway for each of your characters from tonight's game? Jay?
I guess Jay's takeaway would be he's really good at coming out of things unscathed. Surprisingly so. Seth took a beating, Obi took a beating, and Uncle Baxter took a serious beating. He might feel almost a bit insecure, like maybe he should have stepped up some more. But
Hey, he threw the lamp. He threw the lamp.
He threw the vase. Actually,
The vase.
That's how bad it was. You don't even remember. But he probably would want to feel like he wants to step up a little bit more. And he feels bad seeing everybody else taking injuries, and he really didn't. So,
Okay.
and also nice teamwork all around. Really smooth operations on like the split, and I just love that. Like out of character, I love that in like TV shows where things are on a tight like time limit and they get taken care of at the perfect moment.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very much Dean burning the bones while Sam is firing rock.
Yes, exactly.
Keep it at bay.
Exactly that.
That was the vibe I got during that scene.
Yes. Obi, anything takeaway for Obi?
I think two things that, even though it's like my character and I knew what I wanted to do with it, that just surprised me about him is he doesn't seem inquisitive at all about where he came from. Like, he's just, yep, I'm here, and his powers are taking a darker turn than I originally planned. I was just gonna be like, weird, spooky premonition psychic kid, but I don't know. I just feel it's such like I like the turn that he's taken already.
Yeah, I love when you feel like you can discover something about your own character that surprises you. I love that.
It's a surprise. Like, I had that vision of him in my head, and it's just, no, he's way creepier than I was expecting.
Well, hell yeah. What about Seth? Any takeaways? If not, it's okay.
Not much. I think everything that Maddie said about the teamwork, working out just great. Everything went smoothly. But I think it's because we've all played before, like, and everything. We kind of know the ins and outs, even with new characters. I think for Seth, like in game, I think he trusts Obi a lot more, like because of this encounter and everything. Like he was really reliable. So yeah,
And
no,
moral compass, don't forget.
true, exactly that. Yeah, no, I think I have anything else to add, except for a couple of scars, probably.
Excellent. And any takeaways for Baxter, Terry?
Definitely reinforce that I am not a frontline fighter. Yeah. The support and the knowledge, I feel it played out very well for my character. Even though I forgot about one of my moves, when Jay came to me for advice about what we should do next, that actually activated one of my moves, and I
what
forgot
move is
about
it?
it. It's called Often Right. When a hunter comes to you for advice about a problem, give them your honest opinion and advice. If they take your advice, they get +1 ongoing while following it, and you mark experience.
Oh, dude, +1 ongoing, not just forward. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Next time.
But yeah, when Jay came to me about what should we do next, and I gave honest opinion and advice, he would have +1.
Well.
Just,
Oh, go ahead.
okay, just thinking. Last thought. Just thinking on that whole. Seth sees me as his moral compass after the stuff that I did tonight. That takes on a whole different meaning, doesn't it?
I know, I love it. Because unless you watched session 0, you don't know all the secrets yet. So yeah.
Oh
yeah. Well, excellent. Yeah. Well, I thought my takeaway is just I felt like it went surprisingly smooth. Like I was definitely a little nervous coming in, having not run the system before, and but the prep that the book helped me with went really well. And I was pleasantly surprised, and so yeah, that was my takeaway. But yeah, all right, cool. Well, we'll do this again, hopefully sooner rather than later, and I think that's it. Signing off. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
And that
Pew, pew, pew.